Hey there gamers, welcome back to the Dakwilo channel, your go-to hub for all things concerning gaming. Now today we are going to be revisiting the Razer Basilisk V3, a mouse that I purchased 4 months ago. Now we are going to be seeing if this mouse is worth it and how it has been pairing on for me for the past 4 months. And if you want to purchase this mouse, there is links in the description down below, so let's dive into it. Actually start with how much this mouse costs so that you can judge for yourself if this mouse is expensive or affordable to you. So this mouse is $60 and we actually unboxed this mouse and we were wowed by the design, the RGB lights. And if you haven't watched the unboxing video, I'll also put the link to the video in the top corner so that you can go and watch that video. Now let's continue with actually the review for this product. Before we continue, let me remind you to like the video and hit the subscribe button if you like my gaming reviews and insights. So let's continue. So first things, let's talk about the durability. The 4 months gaming session with this mouse have been epic. The mouse is well clickable and it's just amazing when it comes to in-game. I've not felt any hitch so far when it comes to actually clicking these buttons and playing with this mouse. Now speaking of buttons, this mouse has 5 extra buttons from the normal mouse that you know. The first button, I'll start with the top button. The top one, just next to the scroll wheel, is for actually making the scroll wheel free spin or tactile. And when you talk about free spin, it just means that the scroll wheel goes faster. And the button next to it is the DPI button. And actually the button is just to raise or decrease the DPI so that your mouse moves faster or less faster. So coming to the side buttons, there are actually 3, and the 2 top ones are just actually the button 4 and button 5, and there's this other button. This button is the sensitivity clutch, and its purpose is just to adjust the DPI in accordance in the game. If the DPI is too much for that situation, it will reduce it a bit so that you play smoothly. So it's a good feature. I've never used it so far, but I will actually try it. All these buttons work efficiently, so let's move on to the next bit. Coming to the design of this mouse. The design of this mouse is ergonomic and it's actually larger and longer than the normal mice that you know. So this mouse weighs around 103 grams. It might actually seem heavy for a mouse, but it's actually very light if you have big hands that are comfortable and that fit the mouse very perfectly. So coming to big hands and small hands, if you have tiny hands, then you might struggle using this mouse. So I wouldn't recommend this mouse if you have a very tiny hand. Let's come to the mind-blowing RGB lights on this mouse. So this mouse has RGB lights on the logo, the scroll wheel, and the bottom part of the mouse. And this bottom part of the mouse is actually cool because it makes the mouse look as if it's floating on the surface. The good thing about this mouse, it has a software, the Razer Synapse, that you can actually customize a lot of things on this mouse, including the RGB lights. You can put the RGB lights different on the scroll wheel, logo, and the bottom part, or even just use funny looking RGB lights on your mouse. just according to your preference. Let's go to the Razer Synapse app. I actually show you. So let us launch the Razer Synapse app. Now when you come to the dashboard, this is what you see. And if you have a Razer equipment, it will show here. For example, I have the Razer Basilic V3, Razer Cynosa. This is not my headsets. My headsets are not RGB compatible, so I don't think it can be found here. But today we are talking about the Razer Basilic V3, so we are going to click on it and see the options. So the first is customize. You can customize every detail that is here. You can decide which button and what. So yeah, you can change that. If you like your right click to be left click and not such stuff. So there I didn't change anything actually. I just went to the standard version, but you can have the hyper shift. Yes, I think hyper shift allows you to change the left click. So coming down, like I said before, you have a button to make your scroll wheel tactile or free spin, and if you can come and click it manually, so you can come and click it and it becomes free spin. So you can't see how the mouse is going fast, but it's actually going faster. So you come back to the normal tactile. So increase the scroll speed the faster you scroll. So you can also use this to adjust your scroll wheel. So the next bit is performance, and this is where you come to the ping, the DPI, sorry. So the DPI is how fast the sensitivity of your mouse, how fast is it, and the highest for this mouse is 26,000 DPI. This is very fast. It means that when you just touch your mouse, it moves. So you can adjust your stages to 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 depending on what you like. So my DPI is at 14,000. I used to use 10,000 with my previous mouse, so after moving to 14,000 I found that it is actually okay. So this is my setup. You're free to change whatever and however you like. So you can also close the stages or put the stages, and you can also remove your DPI from being clickable. Some people remove this feature and come and change manually from the app, because some people, when they play, they find that they tend to click the DPI button so much, so they lock it and then they come and change it manually via the app. And you can change the frequency of your polling rate. So mine will just stay at 1,000. So coming to lighting, so you can, this is where I said you can change even the brightness and how bright your mouse is, or how dull your mouse will be. So me, I'll just leave it at 70. So you can switch off the lights when the display is turned off. So for example, if my monitor, my laptop shuts down, I can click that or that, but I like it like that. So I like my room lit, so I leave it like that. Advanced setting, you can come and go to the Chroma Studio, where you change everything. So you can decide if you want a wave whatever, breathing. So a lot of things. There are just a lot of things you can play around on this keyboard. So you see, and you can change the color to any color that you want. So this, I won't save those changes. I was just showing you, and you can also make quick effects where you can change. So they are advanced and they are just normal. So coming to calibration, mouse smart surface calibration, so you can also play around with this app, and that's basically the Razer Synapse. So you can have a lot of things you can do with your mouse, explore. So I was just showing you what it actually is. So let's go back to the review. So the only thing I actually wish Razer would have done to this mouse is actually add a foot on the right side of this mouse, so that the mouse can be more smoother than it is, because there is a rough, like when you move to the right it's a bit rough than moving to the left side, just because of the feet that is actually at the bottom part of the mouse. So that's the only thing I find Razer would have done better on this mouse. 4 months later, and the Razer Basilisk V3 has been a strong companion for me, coming from the RGB lights, the customizable features. I actually like this mouse, and if I were to upgrade from this mouse, is actually to go to like a mouse that has more buttons, so that I can see if I can enjoy my gaming experience more. If you have liked the review on this mouse so far, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification button, and you can also share your experiences on this mouse on the comment section below. Just let us keep the conversation going now. And also, if you have liked this mouse, you can purchase it through the link in the description below. Keep gaming, keep it Dakwilo. Let me catch you in the next review video.